Hello everyone, I'm Mira Frisch. I teach cello at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and I'm here at D'Addario today to talk to you about proper left hand position on the cello. So as you can see, I'm here with my cello, and I have 4 tapes on my fingerboard, 1 for each finger. And if I flip my cello around and have you look at the back of my cello's neck, you'll see that I also wadded up a little bit of extra tape behind my second finger tape, and that's going to be the spot where I place my thumb. So I call that my thumb bump, and it might be helpful for you to make a thumb bump for yourself. So hopefully you've already watched the video on proper seating position, playing position for the cello, and we'll be able to talk about how to make a left hand position. So the first thing I want you to do is take your left arm and reach it out to the side so you get a nice stretch and you're really relaxed. You might even want to take a deep breath just to make sure, a deep breath out to make sure that your left shoulder is really relaxed. And then I want you to just bend your arm so that your elbow stays out to the side. Keep your wrist nice and straight. And I want you first to find that thumb bump on the back of your cello's neck and touch the fleshy part of your thumb, keeping your thumb nice and soft, no squeezing allowed, nice and soft and straight against the back of your cello's neck. Then I want you to notice also that my palm is facing the bridge slightly. So my hand is already angled slightly in a proper position. The next thing I want you to do is take your 4th finger, and in the air I want you to keep all your fingers curved. So we're going to make sure 4th finger is nice and curved. Then we're going to just gently touch the tip of my 4th finger, keeping the finger nice and curved, to the D string. And I'm going to just touch the string very gently. I'm not going to put any weight or pressure into the string yet. Then I'm going to do the same thing with my 3rd finger, and following that, the same thing with my 2nd finger. Notice all my fingers are nice and parallel, and my palm is angled just slightly so that my palm is facing the bridge slightly. Then the last finger, 1st finger, I'm going to set on the D string right above the 1st finger tape slightly differently. Notice with my 1st finger, I'm touching the string from the side of the finger rather than the tippy top of the finger, and that's very important. So once I've got my hand position set, I'm going to actually practice helicopters. Helicopters is a great technique that I learned from one of my cello teachers, Richard Aaron, and I'm going to show it to you now. We're going to actually make a helicopter with our 1st finger, which actually the 1st finger we'll start with is 4th finger. So we're going to start with a 4th finger helicopter. We're going to just pretend like this finger is a helicopter, and it's going to fly up in the air just a little bit, and it's going to just hover above the ground, which is just a few millimeters above your string, and then we're going to land on the landing pad. No pressure on the string, and keep your thumb nice and soft. Always check that your elbow is out to the side and your wrist is nice and straight. Now we'll make 2 helicopters. That means we're going to lift 3rd and 4th fingers together, and again we're just going to hover and land. Then we'll try 3 helicopters. Hover and land. And finally 4 helicopters. Hover and land. And it's really important to make sure that you're just hovering, that you're not lifting your fingers way up in the air, and that when you land, you really land in a good position right on those tapes. And I would practice that. You know, you could do 25 4th finger helicopters and 25 3rd and 4th finger helicopters, and just repeat each one every day for many weeks until you get the hang of your hand position. If you have a little trouble spreading your fingers apart, then I'll give you this exercise. For example, if your 4th finger just can't quite get high enough, the first thing you need to do is double check all of the position work that I've already told you about in this video. You may be doing something wrong. You might be squeezing with your 1st finger, squeezing with your thumb, or your 1st finger might be touching the string at a funny angle. So check all of that, and if everything's correct and you still can't reach the tapes, then I would just gently, again on top of the strings, no pressure, set your 4th finger right next to 3rd finger and just scoot as far as you feel comfortable without having any muscle tension, and then go back and do it again. And if every day you just practice that movement, one day you're going to be able to reach just fine to the proper position. Now, once we've learned to make a left hand position on the D string and make helicopters on the D string, you can actually take this beautiful position and place it on any string of your cello. All you have to do is make sure that you adjust with your left elbow, your left forearm. So we're going to bring the forearm forward to get into position so we can set the fingers on the G string, and forward yet again to reach the C string, and then we'll come back to the D. And I'll show you the wrong way. What you don't want to do is just reach with your fingers, because then your fingers are going to get out of their beautiful position. When we play on the A string, we actually have to drop the elbow just slightly to feel comfortable playing on the A string. And all along, make sure you check that your thumb isn't squeezing. You can practice helicopters on every string, just like I showed you on the D string. And this is going to help you just solidify your hand position so that you'll be able to learn soon how to depress the string and actually play some notes, which I'll teach you in the next lesson. I hope you found left hand position helpful.